Because if you're not angry, you're not paying attention.
People gathered and protested about the privatisation of the NHS with the Health and Care Bill that is currently going through Parliament. On Saturday, the protesters marched through Southampton city centre in the Above Bar precinct and speeches were held. The protest was organised by a coalition of campaign groups and trade unions that formed SOS NHS, who were demanding emergency support and funding for the staff and services within the NHS. The protest has other demands that include an emergency fund of £20 billion to save lives during the winter. They also call for an investment into publicly owned healthcare service and staff pay rises. Mike Dukes, one of the speakers at the protest and a former NHS worker, told us about why the protest matters so much.
First and foremost, the NHS belongs to us. It's our NHS. It was formed by us, for us, and free. But that's being changed with the Health and Care Bill. The NHS has been starved of money, so that there's an enormous waiting list for operations and there are staff shortages. So that's been caused by starving the NHS of money. So the idea of privatisation is coming along as a way of solving it, but of course it takes it away from us.
We are yet to see if the bill is going to pass and be put into law. This is Millie Jenkinson for Solent Journalism.
Millie, how has the shop got into this position?
Well, there are several reasons really. One of them is the pandemic. It led to less footfall around town.
Right.
They were able to stay open because they are a food shop, but because people kind of went to online delivery, they really didn't have that same amount of people coming in. There's also a rise in rent. The area just behind the shop was due to be developed, so the landlord thought it'd be a reasonable thing to do. Yeah. We're yet to see that land actually be developed yet. They have recent breakings. Their equipment has been breaking recently. Their providers for food has been on the rise, and just a combination of all these really have added to a position where they needed to ask the public for help.
So, if people want to help, how can they help?
Well, spending their money there and helping donating really. Donating, spreading the word around, just even coming in. I spoke to a worker earlier who just said, just come in, have a chat, buy a sandwich. I think they're really open to anything really, but spending your money there and shopping seems to be the best option for them really.
Thank you, Millie.
Thank you for having me. I'm here in Bedford Place, where yet again plans are changing on whether the roads will be open or closed to cars in spring 2022. Bedford Place and some of the surrounding roads like Carlton Place and Winchester Road have been closed and reopened since August 2020 to boost the local economy and to help with social distancing. Now plans have been revised and will be revealed in spring this year by the Bedford Place Co-Design Working Group. The area being pedestrianised is highly controversial and is still dividing local residents and businesses. This is Millie Jenkinson for Solent Journalism.